Hi guys, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Mr. Shiva with us, who got the Canada study visa in the very first attempt. He's 32 years of age and he had some immigration history in the background with the US, where he went to US, but due to certain reasons, he had to withdraw at the airport. So it's going to be an interesting journey. We'll just talk to him and see how his overall profile is and how he's become a successful candidate. Mr. Shiva, first of all, many congratulations to you, sir, for the approval.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Because I was so excited to share my journey here because for the first time, I even have seen your video on YouTube that actually captivated me to contact you, and this is how actually this journey got started. So
Great.
I'm very excited about this.
Great, many congratulations. And can you talk us through your academic background and work experience, the overall profile that you
Yeah, sure. So I have completed my graduation in 2012 with almost a very good percentage. So I'm a computer science grad, and afterwards I have started my career into the IT, and right now I'm having almost 9 years of experience into the cybersecurity. So I really have very good career here, and I'm pretty good with this. But uh,
You work,
in a certain point, like
yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry
sorry,
to
yeah,
interrupt. So you work as in IT domain itself, and you work
yes.
as a consultant or manager. I think what's the position that you work at?
Currently I'm working as a subject matter expert,
Sure. Okay.
yeah, which is consultant, yeah.
So when did you decide about Canada? And you also had the US, immigration history.
Yes.
Can we first go to that? That what happened, when you applied for the US visa, and for which program did you
Yeah.
apply? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So, I mean, it was happened back in 2015. So, for the first time, I decided to go for masters in the United States. For the first time, I went to that US and I got the visa very first time. So, I traveled to Newark Airport. Unfortunately, I was unaware of those particular basic things like accommodation and travel and all the details because I didn't book my accommodation, I did not book my cab and did not inform to the college and all because I was so excited about that and I did not even do any arrangements before I arrived there. So that made me to like in the kind of a trauma where I did not answer anything to that particular visa officer. You know, right, when they did
It
not get
was
any proper answers, yeah,
it was also
automatically
your
they'll take. Yeah,
it was also your first time as well. So sometimes
yeah.
people we get surprised by the questions. Uh, okay, so at the airport, then what was the conversation all about? Like what immigration officers asked you, and we can share some more light.
Yeah. So as soon as I reached there, so I have just filled my immigration form and I went to the queue. So officer asked me a few details about my accommodation and travel and all details. So where they were a bit skeptical about it, just because they asked me to come with them, and I went to the another room. So there is another officer who was sitting there, and he just took time to get all the details. Unfortunately, the thing like I did not make any arrangements for the travel, and I did not make any arrangement for the accommodation. I did not inform to the university. So these are the major mistakes which I made at that time. So that eventually they got suspected, and then immediately they asked me to withdraw my application from the university. So I was helpless completely because I just tried my level best to convince them, but as per their rule they asked me to reapply. You know that typical Indian parents, they won't agree to reapply again. So it took time for me to convince them again.
Right? And then you return back. That's fine. Then you continued working where you were working, and yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. Like as soon as I returned back, it took again 1 month time for me to join back to office, and again it's been almost 7 years. I've been working for different organizations. So I'm currently working in a Bangalore as a like a cybersecurity like a expert, like a SME, like a subject matter expert. So currently, and this is my role.
And when exactly did you, think about or started thinking about Canada study visas, or when this came to your, mind?
Yeah, I mean, like exactly 1.5 year before. So where I felt like my work life and the complete lifestyle is going monotonously boring. So I felt like I had a word with one of my friend. So immediately he suggested me to apply for a master's in abroad. So since I had a very bad experience in the past, so I was bit skeptical about it. But still, I just wanted to go this time with full preparation. So, but still, choosing of path again, it's a bit doubtful for me. Again, what I have done is like I was researching more on that, and I have contacted many people over in my area, and no one actually given me complete details about it. Like so that's the moment where I've actually seen your video on a YouTube, and I was so impressed. And I just for the first time in 2020 May, I've just called you.
So you mentioned you did some research and contacted some consultants in the area. What was their feedback about that? Couldn't make you satisfied. Was Did they provide limited information? Like, how was that?
Yeah. During my journey, I have done much research about it, like to going to the blogs and going to the Canadian immigration website and everything. So I just made a note, few points before reaching to them to get the confirmation. But they were completely like no knowledge about those immigration laws or something. What will happen next? They were simply saying that if you have IELTS, you will get a seat. But I don't actually get believe those words, because I know I've just read those from Canadian websites itself. So there must be some clause. At least we have to make them believe that I'm a legitimate candidate to the Canada. It's not something that we have to hide something and go, and we have to tell them. So, but those answers was completely irrelevant to me. They were saying that if you have a money, you can go. If you have a study, you can go. That's not a correct answers, which I actually got from the local area. And then for the first time, I got it from you.
All right. So I'm sorry. Then we suggested for, since you're working as a subject matter expert, so we suggested for project management. But even prior to that, I think we applied for another option, which was masters in
Yes,
uh,
yes, cyber
masters
security.
in, yeah, yeah, yeah. Which do you remember the program name? I think it was at
Yes, it's a master's in cyber security.
cybersecurity, yes, and that was
Yeah.
at Concordia University of Edmonton.
Yes.
And I think you got the offer as well, but I think some
Yeah.
things happened, and then you changed your
Yes.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then then we decided to go with project management at Algoma University, and yeah, then we applied. So you mentioned that you were looking for some answers which you couldn't get it
Yeah.
in the local area.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
also mentioned that apparently I understand because you had that US experience and you had things in mind which you wanted to be more cautious about this time. Um,
Yeah.
how was that preparation in your mind? Like what preparation did you do before contacting the consultant? Like what specific answers were you looking
Yeah, yeah. Well, what actually I'm looking for this time is about the consultant who's having a very good knowledge about Canadian immigration and their policies. This is not something that simply I can apply and I can get it, because if I'm below 25 or 26, probably I might get directly. But this time I'm more than 30. I'm having a certain experience. I have to make the Canadian officer to believe that I'm a legitimate student, where I'm having the legitimate the purpose. So for that, I just made a list of few questions and I've asked them. So I don't say that they don't know, but they were not aware of the actual thing. They were always saying that you can get it simply, you have to apply, you have a money and all. But the thing is, like, I did not get the proper answer from them, like in the technical way.
for?
So when the first time I just called you in the May 2020, we had almost 1 hour conversation, and I still remember that. So it was so good. You given me all the technical answers, and I have also seen your past videos where the people had the similar issues and how they come across. And also I have seen that your videos regarding that explanation of those sections and how we have to overcome that. So for that, I just felt after the conversation that was really good, and then I just took this decision.
Right. And then, about the visa application process, I think it was sort of smooth. How much time it took for you, sir, to get the visa? About 3 months or more?
Yes, actually, it's a 3 months when we went for Algoma. Before that, I just wasted time just because of my stupidness, because I always wanted to go behind that master's in cybersecurity. It took almost 9 months to wait to get that particular admission.
Yeah.
But as soon as I convinced with you, regarding that project management is the right program for me to incline my career in growth. So then it was very fast. As soon as I agreed with it, within
Yeah.
3 months, we launched the program, and right now I got the visa.
All right. So the visa process specifically, like how much time it took the to get the decision, like after submitting the visa application, in your case?
Yeah. Yes, for my case, it processing time they took 3 months. You remember that just we had a call 2 weeks before that everybody is getting result, and I
Yeah.
was a bit nervous. I don't know what to do because the processing time itself is a 3 months. So we were almost near to that. I still remember the day when I called you and you said like Shiva, you need to wait for at least 3 months before we can raise a web form or something. So I was still doubtful because I know that everybody is getting results and with the same profile. So you know right, due to the so many things in the back end. So I was thinking that okay, this might be because of my US visa is getting delayed, or is something else is getting delayed. I was so many things was running on my mind, but on the exact on the 90th day, I have seen it was on Diwali. I have seen that my medical got updated. So I was so excited after that.
Great. And when exactly you saw that there's an update on the application and you saw the PPR, like how was that reaction? Was it were you
Uh,
excited or not?
yes. Yeah, I should mention this because you know that after so much long of 3 months of waiting, so I almost lost my confidence towards visa because it is getting delayed. I have seen so many cases. So it was Diwali, so we just celebrated and we just came back to home and we sat. So I was just having conversation with my uncle, and suddenly I've seen a mail that there is an update.
Yeah.
So I was excited about it, but still feeling that nervousness that this might be anything, might be rejection or might be anything. So I immediately open. I've seen that the medical got updated, and after 15 minutes, I've also received another email that the review has been started. So that's the time where actually my anxiety and complete and everything has been increased double. So my heart is beating like anything. You know that, right? Under review it can be anything happen at any moment.
Yeah.
So I was like completely dumb, know what to do and all. So just after that, very next day I just called you and I just informed you about that, and you just asked me to wait. Shiva, you will get it because it's almost nearby, and you will get it. So after that call, the next day night, I was actually having my dinner, and immediately I've seen some notification. So again, my tension and heartbeat raised up, and I immediately rushed to my computer and I opened it. So that was the time I've seen that particular notification. So it was approved. So I was like, okay, the finally after 3 months of long waiting period, I just got approved, and I should mention this, sir, like just because of you that you just given that moral support for me during this period. I know you might have seen many cases, but for me it was complete life. It's not something only profile, it's my complete life is career is depend on this. I just felt like whatever I've taken the decision, even my wife told me that whatever your decision to go for the daily immigration services is good, because I got the result, and my entire family is now very happy with that.
I'm very happy to also hear that you got it, because you mentioned it rightly that it's a life changing decision for you, and it is.
Yeah.
It is definitely an application, and we just did what we know, but it is definitely a life changing, and I many congratulations to you for that, and I wish you great luck, to you for the further life, to your family, everything. Very happy for you, sir. That's all I would say.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a really great conversation with you.
Also, and I have one last question as well. There
Yeah.
are other applicants who may be preparing or maybe having some concerns in the profiles, be it low percentage, be it some other immigration history. So, what piece of advice would you like to give to them based on your experience of now many years, including years
Yes.
experience, that
Yes.
how they should
Yes.
prepare until they land in Canada, from selecting the
Yes.
program to that?
Yes. So what I have actually learned from this process is like we should not lie to the officer. So we should give the information, even that's a piece of information, whatever I've given, it should be correct and legit. So then the officer should believe that we have a legitimate purpose to visit Canada and we will return back to the country. I've learned that from you, in the throughout process, that whatever we seen and whatever we given, this what exactly we have. It's not something that we have changed it. So then only it's can be believable by anyone. So and people who's having a less experience or maybe backlogs or something. So you should be prepared, and first you have to take the step. Unless you don't try, it would be very difficult for you to achieve your goal.
Thank you very much for the advice. And again, I'm very happy, and I just wish you great luck further, because you'll be starting
Thank you,
your
thank you
life.
very much. Yeah.
And anything you do, we wish that you do it well. And
Thank you, sir.
you
Thank
deserve
you very
it,
much.
and you got it. Yeah. So, any closing comments before we close this? Yeah.
Uh, yes, sir. I mean, like people who are actually having many refusals or really you wish to want to travel to Canada, I wish you guys to please contact Navdeep sir. You will definitely find a solution. This is something uh, not for the advertisement purpose. Even I have referred many of my friends during this process, just because I trusted, not because I have seen videos. I have also traveled almost a year with him, so I know him personally, how he actually replied even comments in the late night. I used to text him. I used to irritate him most of the time, like with all the doubts, and without any hesitation or without any like these things, he used to reply. So he's always available, and he's so much cooperative, and if you have any doubts, please do reach him.
Thank you very much for the support. And I'm very happy. I wish you great luck. And anything, any concerns going forward, we are always here to assist you. We are with you. And yeah, let's make it work further as well. And wish you great luck, sir. Thank you very much for taking.
Thank you, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.